Hey guys, if you have tight hips, this is the yoga sequence for you. It is all about poses that open up the hips and stretch them out. So we are going to start with 3 sun salutations to warm up, and then we'll go through the poses from there. Okay, good luck. So walk to the front of your mat, leaving some space in front of your toes. Inhale, arms up. Bring the palms together. Arch the back a bit here. Exhale all the way down. Reach for the mat. Step back with the left foot into a lunging position. Hold here for just a moment. Step back into a plank. Core is tight, back is flat. And shift back into child's pose. Slide forwards, keeping those knees on the ground as you do so, and then go ahead and push up through the hands and the feet, bringing the legs up off the mat for upward dog. If you need to rest your knees down, that's okay. Down dog. Turn those feet over at the end. While we're here, go ahead and alternate bending your knees to stretch out your calves. And from here, go ahead and step forwards with the right foot and the left foot. Slowly roll up. Take your time here. Tuck your chin into your chest so your head is the last thing to come up. Inhale, arms up. Palms together, arch the back. Exhale all the way down. Step back with the right foot. So lunge position here just for a moment. Step back with the left foot. Plank. Child's pose. Slide forwards. And once you do, push up into upward dog. Down dog. Step forwards with the left foot and the right foot. Slowly roll up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. Step back with the left foot. And the right foot, plank position. Child's pose. Slide forwards, upward dog. Downward dog. Step forwards with the right foot and the left foot. Slowly roll up. Okay, now that our muscles are nice and warm, we're going to go into the hip opening poses. So you can go ahead and step back with the left foot just into a lunge. Okay, crescent lunge here. Stay up on the toes of the back foot. Front knee is bent but behind the toes. You should feel a stretch in the hip flexor of the left leg. Bring the arms up, keep them straight and close to the ears. 5 breaths. Let's add one more breath. Awesome job. Drop the arms, place hands down on the mat. Step back with the right foot and forwards with the left foot. And again, crescent pose. Okay, 6 breaths. Drop the arms down, step back with the left foot and forwards with the right. You can relax the back knee down onto the mat and bring your forearms down onto the mat so they're on the inside of the left ankle. If that's too much of a stretch for you, feel free to stay up here on your hands. 6 breaths here. Four more for a total of 10 since this is such a great outer hip stretch. Okay, go ahead and come up onto the hands if you aren't already there. And come up onto the toes of the back foot. Bring the right foot back and the left foot forwards. Again, rest the back knee down on the mat and your hands are on the inside of the ankle. Rest the forearms down if you'd like and hold for 10 breaths here. Okay, come up onto those hands and up onto the toes of the back foot. Go ahead and bring the left foot back, right foot forwards. Walk the right foot over towards your left hand and relax the front as well as the back leg down. We're getting into pigeon pose. Sit up nice and tall here and you can shift your hips around, leaning forwards, back, and to the side to get into a position that gets you the best stretch. Okay, 5 breaths here. If you can, lean forwards and hold for 5 more breaths. If you need to stay upright, that is totally fine. Okay, go ahead and come back up onto those hands. We're going to switch the position of our feet, so bring the right leg back. Left foot forwards, walk it over towards your right hand and relax both legs down. 5 breaths, sitting up nice and tall. And lean forwards if you'd like. 5 more breaths. All right, slowly sit up, back up onto those hands here, and we are going to bring the left leg back. Okay, we're going to get into garland pose. So I'm going to turn this way so you guys can see. Go ahead and widen your stance here, turning the feet diagonally outwards. You're going to squat. Shift the feet in and out as much as you need to. I want you to be comfortable while still feeling a stretch. Okay, and then place those arms, specifically the triceps, on the insides of your calves. Hands together in the center. Hold here. 6 breaths. Alright, awesome job. Go ahead and slowly come out of the pose, getting down onto your knees and your hands and knees here. We're going to get into frog pose. So it's very similar to garland pose that we just did, but we are lying down on the ground. Before we get started here, if you find the knees on the mat or the ground to be uncomfortable, feel free to grab a couple of towels and fold them up to put under each of your knees to make it a bit more cushy and comfortable. Okay, so widen the legs to a position comfortable to you, but where you still feel the stretch on the inner thighs and in the hips. And then you are going to lean forwards onto those forearms here, and then play with shifting your body forwards and backwards and pick a position that's comfortable for you, but that still allows you to feel a nice stretch. Okay, and if you are able, you are welcome to lie down on your chest. Again, wherever you find that you get the best stretch. Okay, we're gonna hold this pose for 10 breaths. All right, the best way to get out of this pose is to slide forwards. Oh, that feels good. Okay, great job. Next we have bound ankle pose. So it's just like butterfly pose, just a different name for it. So what you're going to do is bend the knees, bring the bottoms of your feet together. I would like you to start with the feet about a foot away from the body to begin with. Grab onto those ankles and inhale up. Exhale down and use your elbows to help lower those knees down towards the ground. Don't push them too much. We don't want to strain or stress anything, okay? Just push them down a bit until you feel a stretch. As you can see, mine are going to the ground right now. It's totally fine. I feel pressure on the outsides of my hips, and I don't want to push too hard and pull something back there. Okay? So we're gonna hold here for 10 breaths. Great job. Go ahead and bring the feet in a little bit closer to the body, about 6 inches away this time. And again, inhale up. Exhale down, using those elbows again to lower the knees down until you feel a nice stretch. 10 breaths. Alright, go ahead and slowly sit up. Now you are going to need to turn sideways on your mat. Well, if you'd like, I would like to, because we are going to lie backwards. So we're actually going to leave our feet in bound angle pose, and you can go ahead and move them back out to the first bound angle pose where feet are about a foot away from the body. And go ahead and lean down onto your forearms. If that is too much, feel free to just recline back here with your hands behind you, fingertips facing your toes. Okay, next step, like I said, is down onto those forearms and then all the way down if you'd like. Okay, so really let gravity work here by pulling those knees, those legs down towards the mat, and you should feel a nice stretch here on the outside of the hip. Okay, 10 breaths here. Alright, awesome job. Go ahead and slowly sit up. Take your time here. Next we have reclined hero pose. So go ahead and get up onto those knees and sit back, kind of in between the feet here. And if your butt doesn't touch the ground, or is like mine and it does, but it is stretching out the tops of your feet too much and that's uncomfortable, feel free to again put a towel or a pillow underneath your butt to help ease some of that stretch. Okay? And just like we did in our reclined bound angle pose, you can recline here just a little bit with the hands on the mat, fingertips facing the toes. That gives you the option to bend the elbows a bit here to increase the stretch. Again, you can go down onto those forearms and all the way back. Okay, you can leave the arms by your sides or you can bring them up over the head. Okay, so this is great for the hip flexors as well as the quads. 10 breaths here. Okay, awesome job. Bring those arms by your sides and slowly sit up. Take your time here, especially if that was a pretty tight stretch for you. Alright, now we have ankle to knee pose. So I'm going to face you and I'm going to bring my right leg out for just a moment. I'm going to bend my left leg, knee is bent, and And then trying to position my calf parallel to my body. So I'm trying not to let it come in at an angle or out at an angle. Okay, nice straight line here. Now we're gonna bring the right leg and place the outer right ankle on top of the knee, and the right knee matches up with the left ankle, hence the name, ankle to knee pose. Okay, so just start by sitting up nice and tall, and you should likely feel the stretch on the outside of your right hip, or if you are opposite of me and you have your leg switched, then your left hip. So whatever hip is connected to the leg on top. Okay, again, 5 breaths here. Sorry, keep talking. Okay, next option, you can stay here or you can lean forwards. So lean forwards as much as is comfortable for you. This is going to intensify the stretch. So again, totally up to you, okay? 5 more breaths. Alright, great job. We're going to go ahead and switch the position of our legs. So extend the left leg out and position your right leg. Remember, you want the calf and the shin to be nice and straight. Bring the left leg, placing it on top, matching the ankles and the knees. And you should feel the stretch in the left hip. 5 big breaths. Alright, go ahead and lean forwards if you prefer to, and hold for 5 more breaths. Alright, great job. You can go ahead and come out of the pose. Now we're going to get into lotus pose. So straighten the right leg, place the left foot on the right thigh, and then kind of bring the knee up, making a triangle with that left leg. You're going to bend the right leg and bring the right foot through the triangle. And we're in lotus pose. So hold here for 5 breaths. Alright, go ahead and lean forwards if you would like, and hold for 5 more breaths. Okay, go ahead and slowly sit up. We are going to come out of lotus and switch to the other side. Okay, so straighten the left leg this time. Bring the right foot, place it on the top of the left thigh. Bring the right knee up, making the triangle with your leg. Bring the left foot through the triangle for lotus pose. Okay, 5 breaths here. Lean forwards for 5 more breaths. ahead and slowly sit up. Come out of the pose. Open up the legs and inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale down, straight out in front of you. 5 breaths here. And sit up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, take it down to the left side. Reach for the toes. 5 breaths. Sit up. And again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, take it down to the right. 5 breaths. All right, go ahead and sit up. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, take it down to the center one more time. 5 breaths. Slowly sit up. And start bringing those legs in towards one another until you can cross them. And that concludes our hip opening yoga routine. I hope you enjoyed it. I know some of those poses can be a bit painful, especially if you have really tight hips. So I hope it was worth it. I hope that your hips feel great now, that we release the tension, and that you have a great rest of your day. Thanks, guys.